Good morning, guys. It's Jeff with HKS Systems. We're just going to show you one of the safes that we recently opened, and we took video of it. We normally don't do that, but sometimes it's nice to be able to do that when you're on the ground upside down in a dark location and you've been drilling all day. This customer actually had 12 safes he needed opened, so I sort of brought some tools out that I don't always use just because they take time to set up. They're a little more fragile, you got to be careful, but they were really nice people, so I ended up giving them the dog and pony show, letting them actually dial the safes open themselves with me by their side, walking them through how to do that. So the safe we had was an old antique. It had a Yale Y6 system in there, which is basically that. We have schematics for all those. So what we had to do was come in on the dial, and you could actually see this section is where we came in with a 3/16 inch scope, very tiny, about the grain size of a piece of spaghetti basically. So we've penetrated the case. You can see these are the actual gears, and I'll play the video. It's not that long, it's only about 5 minutes long once you're inside. It takes forever to drill, but it actually drills slow, but it dials pretty quickly. So here we'll go through it. I'll give a little commentator what's going on. Right now I know I'm exactly where I need to be. This is the fence section. That's what needs to fall into the actual gates of all the wheels once it's dialed. You'll notice you got to be very careful when you drill these. There's gears that are here and here. They mesh. Your dial actually runs one of the wheels into the other, and if you cut one of those wheels, it's a problem because then they can't communicate. One won't do anything to the other. It's sort of like pulling your steering wheel off in your hand while you're trying to turn a corner. It's not a good thing. So let me just square this up a little bit and we'll play the video. So here you see me dialing. There's actually although it looks like a wheel here, it's actually not a wheel there. It's actually a reflection from the scope. Sometimes you get those when you have to put a lot of light into a hole and it's a metal case. Sometimes they're just like a mirror. Sometimes they're really dull. This one was like a mirror. So even though it looks like there's a wheel there, there's really not a wheel there. It's actually just the four of those. So you can see the wheels up here on the gears are turning. And lo and behold, we were really lucky that two of those wheels were already on the same number. So that was a time saver, at least for 30 seconds worth. You can see I just went past that last number. And what we're doing is dialing those gates underneath the actual fence. So the idea is when everything's got a hole in this, this will fall into the hole. You can see we're just dialing to line all those gates up. I missed it, so I ended up just going around again. Not a big deal. So you see these two are lined up underneath the gate. We're going for wheel 3 then. Line him up. Try to keep them in line with one another. Sometimes you have to think about what's behind this. Sometimes they're curved left or right and they don't always fall into place. So you see I paused there in between each time. I'm actually writing the numbers down on a piece of tape on the outside of the safe. You can see that gear now is turning a little bit better because I pulled the scope out just a little bit. And I'm just randomly walking it really slow down on the last piece just to get that lined up, and then write that down. And I moved one of the wheels. This one was such a smooth safe lock that it actually made the other wheel spin by itself just by touching it a little bit. So have to redial it, but that's all right. We're 99% there. This is what we call dialing for dollars. So everything's right in front of you. You just got to put it all into context. Got these two lined up. Gate. I'm going to bring that other third wheel in. line it to the gate line, bring that fourth wheel in, and you will see this hopefully drop. Once again, this is me fine-tuning the numbers, writing it on a piece of tape. That's why it takes a little longer. So on that one, I bumped it again. All I did was just go back and reset it. I know the number now. I'm just trying to reset it. So then you can see the last one's going to come up. There you go, nice and slow. You see the lever starting to fall in. And I'm writing the number down just so I don't have to keep going on there back and forth. And I'm going to dial it one more time. It was a little sticky, so I'm actually going a little bit to the other side of it just to allow it to fall in smoothly and then fine tune it. Sometimes I'm off a number or a half a number, but you could see there it fell. And we are in the safe. If you need any kind of services that safe work, that's what we sort of specialize in, please give us a call. 847-204-7046, HKS Systems. Thank you.